We are fired up. The T-Bears.
T-Bears are fired up. Justice. We need justice.
Justice for...
Chat room, I need your help. Justice.
Justice for Jussie.
Please, I need some help here when people join in the chat.
Okay. So we got a lot of explaining to do. But just to give you guys context, this is going to be completely different than our usual shows. So no shilling, no whatever. This is a wrong was done. A wrong was done to my lovely daughter here by StubHub. And we're going to get into the details of that. But and we're going to need your help. We're going to need your help. So we're going to explain the story and everything, and we're going to see how like these platforms work. We'll see how if we can actually get some kind of change or affect stuff. So in a nutshell, well, I'll let you explain. Why don't you say in a nutshell, just say what happened, and then we'll get into the details.
So basically what happened was in January, Birthday Massacre, one of my favorite bands, said they're going on tour to promote their new album, Diamonds. So my poster, Birthday Massacre.
Wait.
No, they can't see me. But
well, so, just for a minute.
So I bought the tickets.
So this is the singer.
One for my boyfriend. Tickets, roughly $150. So it was for the whiskey. So the concert was supposed to happen in March, but then COVID hit, and they rescheduled the tour date for December. So StubHub got in contact with everyone who bought tickets and said, you can either cancel your tickets or you can wait until December. So I went, okay, I'll wait till December. All this COVID crap should be over by then. And it didn't. So then the band in, I think June, put out a message that says, we're not comfortable touring right now. We're canceling the whole tour. Diamonds tour is off. Fall 2020, we're not touring anymore. So then I started contacting StubHub to get a refund. They first offered me a 125% coupon, which I rejected. I said I would like my money back for a concert that is not happening. And they said, okay, you're going to get a refund in a month. Contact us again in a month. So I waited a month. July, I called them again. They said, you're going to get a refund in 2 weeks. Just be patient. I waited 2 weeks. I called again. Didn't get my refund. They said, oh, I'm so sorry. You're going to get your refund in 3 days. Never happened. I waited a couple more weeks. I called again. They said, you're going to get your refund. We promise you. Just hold on for a week. I waited a week. They didn't contact me back. I called today. I got a customer service representative named Kim. And I said, please, I'm at my wit's end here. I would love my money back. I'm not even going to be in California in 2 months. I paid for a service that's not going to be fulfilled. The band posted online. The tour is canceled.
You gotta slow down. We'll get to it. Okay. Well, let's give people context, so they might not know what some of this stuff is. So StubHub is a middleman. It's a ticket agency. So if bands or different like sporting events and stuff like that, if they can't sell tickets, what they do is they sell them. I believe I read this correctly. They sell them to StubHub at a discount. So if a show hasn't sold out or whatever, they do this.
StubHub says scalpers. It's just ticket scalpers.
Well, they're more legit than that, because actually right here it says StubHub was founded in 2000 by Eric Baker and Jeff Fleur.
It says over there, it says ticket exchange and ticket resale. That's the
industry. Right. But it says StubHub was acquired by eBay for $310 million on February 13, 2020, just before COVID-19 pandemic halted ticket sales. So this is pretty legit. I mean, this is eBay now. So, you know, it's not just like cheesy scalpers. This is a pretty legit site. It also says it's 16th million, and then it says 10 million live events per month. So they actually generate quite a bit of ticket sales. And I think it was saying it was one of the top ticket places to purchase tickets from in the country. So this is not a fly-by-night, you know, like little cheesy, you know, like in the old days, a guy would be scalping tickets in the parking lot, or scalper sites where, you know, you go to like a shady place and then buy the tickets. This is a pretty above board, legit company.
Yeah.
And a lot of legitimate people use it. Like I saw Cirque du Soleil, a lot of sports teams use it. So this is a really, really legit New England Patriots, New York Yankees. There's a lot of legit people that use this.
Yeah, the problem is they're not acting legit right now.
Right. I'm just setting up so that they kind of know that this is not like you weren't like buyer beware. You weren't dealing with like a shady company to begin with. It's like buyer beware. So if you go to a shady place that is questionable, then you could get ripped off. But StubHub is fairly legit.
So then what happened today was I contacted them again and I said, please, you promised me within 3 days. I got a woman named Kim, and she told me, you're never going to get your refund. She said, it's never going to come. She goes, stop calling. You're not going to get your money back. And I said, may I speak to your supervisor? And she kept me on hold for 30 minutes, came back on and said, I'm not getting the supervisor for you. She said, you're not going to get your money back. She said, make your peace with it. It's not happening. And I was like, but I'm not going to the concert. It's not happening. And she said, the proof that you gave us, because I gave her the band's message both on Twitter and Facebook.
Oh, okay. Well, why don't slow down, because we have to slow down so people can kind of digest this. So let's go to the bands. Okay, so COVID was the big instigator here. So like we can believe that everything would have went business as usual if COVID hadn't hit. So then so you didn't just make up like, oh, COVID hit, this isn't going to happen. You actually were responding to this. And let's go there. And we should also play some of Birthday Massacre's music because they're freaking awesome.
They are.
So it was here. Okay, so this is Birthday Massacre. Is this their Twitter or what is this? Their website?
Facebook. And read the first sentence. It said, the U.S. tour for fall 2020, which was the rescheduled date, is officially canceled. Not postponed, canceled. You should get your money back from the promoter to whom you paid it to. So when I sent this to StubHub, they said, this is not proof that the tour is canceled. They told me that. They said, this is not proof that the tour is canceled.
The band itself are saying canceled. And just so there's no mistaking, they repeat it twice. They say not postponed, canceled. And then it says you should get your money back from the promoter. Also, by them saying this, if StubHub takes the money, they're not just ripping you off.
They're ripping them off.
They're ripping them off too.
So they stole from both of us, and they.
Because I imagine like Birthday Massacre is saying we want our money back, right? Like whatever money that was. Well, actually, they probably didn't get a dime yet.
Probably not.
Yeah, so they didn't get it. I would imagine the band itself didn't make a dime off this show yet. So they're trying to direct everybody, all their fans, to go to wherever they bought the tickets and get their money back. So, like I said, we set up that StubHub is fairly legit, and the band itself is directing people that are fans that bought tickets where to go, which is what you did, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
and look at the date on that. June, July, August, September. We're almost to October. So I've been fighting this before June.
So almost 3 months or
4 months.
4 months.
I started fighting this a while ago. Yeah.
So you can imagine her, Amanda's frustration. And then what is this other one?
This one is their Twitter.
Okay, so this is their official Twitter, and what does this say?
It says we have already had canceling. This is in March, so this is way before they canceled everything. It says a dependence of blah blah blah. We decided to postpone our upcoming U.S. tour. So this was when I started messaging StubHub, and that says March. So March. So
this 12th. Is before the Facebook official message.
Correct. So this is when I started going to them first and was like, hey, this is going down. I would like my money back. And they said no. And then they canceled it. And then I was like, now I really want my money back. And they said, oh, it's coming. It's coming. Just keep waiting. Be patient with us. I promise you your money's coming. And this is why I need help. Like, I need people on social media to help me take to the streets on this because they don't care.
Well, let's show how cool this band is.
This band's amazing.
Okay, this band is really cool. We've seen them more than once.
They're from Canada, so they don't tour to the U.S. often.
We saw them at House of Blues, right?
Yeah.
So they're like techno goth, like metal goth, right?
Yeah, it's synth goth.
She's a really good showman.
She's awesome.
She's a great front one. And they've been doing this for a while now, right?
Oh, yeah.
10 years?
More.
So this isn't a fly-by-night band.
No, they're really good.
So that's the band right there. So you get the idea. Like they're pretty legit. They've been around a long time. So they're not like a BS band. I'm trying to move the mic here. So D Geek Art, thank you so much. Are you aware there is a lawsuit against StubHub? Oh, did you know, Amanda?
Mm-hmm.
For refusing refunds because of COVID.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
It's getting bad, but I need help. Like, this is absolutely.
Well, this is help. This is help. So if anybody knows if there is a joint lawsuit that we can be part of, let us know.
And please share this video. Please take to Twitter. I'm going to do this video every week. Yes.
StubHub is getting that.
I'm going to do an update probably every 2 weeks on this just to keep you guys updated because I want this to not die. I'm not the only one getting screwed over. I'm just the one who's going to talk about this and who has my dad's platform to help me because they're stealing. They stole $150 of my money. I don't make $150 overnight. No, unless you're super rich, no one does. And the fact, she literally told me, she goes, make your peace with it. You're not getting your money back.
Okay, so Zach Bradley says, please check this out. StubHub is in trouble. Mandy is not the only one. And here is that bb.org. So, yeah, go offer complaints. We'll do the same. Thank you so much, Zach. Yeah. This is very, very helpful. Is that a...
It's just the backslash of the link.
Slash of the link, okay.
Yeah. And the thing is, too, when I post this online, I'm tagging the band. Like, Chibi, Falcor, if anyone is listening to this, please help me. I wanted to see your concert. I wanted to go really bad. I mean, I haven't seen you. Last time I saw you, I was 13, 14. I'm going to be 24 this year. I don't think people realize how much I was looking forward to this.
Wait a minute. We have to argue with this. And Dino, come on, man. The band doesn't look amazing. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, man? Look at this. This is the fan base right here. It's not you. It's not me. It's her.
Yeah, when I was still playing in bands, one of the few bands I would cover was Birthday Massacre. Like, that's the band. Like, they're amazing. And they said the rescheduled date to answer Mighty Joe over there was December. Well, that message on Facebook back in June says the tour's canceled. That was the fall 2020 Diamonds tour. They said it's not happening. And now StubHub is arguing with me saying, well, that doesn't prove that it's canceled. Why would the band tell you to get your money back?
I think we just proved that the band is saying it's canceled. And there's nothing in it for the band at this point other than a reputation, because the reason we have to contact the band too is because the band has to put pressure on StubHub because they're ripping off Birthday Massacre fans. They're effing over this face right here. And I mean, to spend $150 for tickets, that's not cheap.
It was my birthday present to me. I bought it as my birthday present.
Well, also, you don't take much time off, so that's valuable too, just to have time to go and have a good time. And I mean, it wasn't just StubHub that took that from you; it was COVID as well. But it would make it a lot better if you got your $150 back. So when the band comes back, you have that $150 to invest into the band, and the band can make money. I guarantee you that band isn't making any money. StubHub is clearly, they're not providing the service that they promise. They're keeping the money. They're stealing money from their clientele.
I worked so hard.
They're stealing. These people are thieves.
Someone said, how many hard-served copies? No shade, just curious. Okay, to put it in perspective, I make about $150 a week, working about 30 hours a week, a little bit more if I pick up shifts. And I was picking up shifts. I agreed to work night shift just to pick up the extra money for that concert. I requested time off work, everything. I worked so hard. And then for StubHub to go, it doesn't matter. What you did doesn't matter.
That and just all the work you've already put into it to get your money back. Like, you shouldn't have to beg. You shouldn't have to beg a fucking company, pardon my French, for your money back. You shouldn't have to beg for this. Like, if this is legit, which, I mean, the Wikipedia, this is a legit company. They deal with major sports teams, Cirque du Soleil. Like, these are not fly by night. Like, Birthday Massacre, fine, you could argue, you know, that they might not be heavy hitters, but they do deal with, you know, heavy hitters. So this is a legit ticket agency, and they should know better. And also, just because of COVID, that doesn't give you an excuse to rip people off, man.
No.
And also the band who are doing all the work aren't getting a dime. They're not getting a freaking dime. So you're stealing from Birthday Massacre fans, from their fans, and they're not making a dime off of it. Like, you're screwing up Birthday Massacre's reputation. You're taking that, and they're not making a dime. I got to read this. I'm actually getting kind of pissed too. Post a link for you on Messenger. Thank you so much, D Geekart. I do appreciate that. She also has this lawsuit against StubHub sent panel to Northern District of California. Cool. Are you writing this down, Amanda? Or?
I can go back into the chat. And
okay. Yeah.
It's one of those things, like, I was led on by these people too. They kept telling me you're going to get your refund. So of course I'm not getting mad at these people. Today was the first time I got really mad at the woman, and she literally told me, she goes, I refuse to get my supervisor. She goes, I'll put them on the line for you, but they're not coming. So she kept me on hold for 30 minutes. And then she came back and she goes, my supervisors won't talk to you. Have a nice day.
Yes. Thank you again.
Please
man.
tweet, tag the band, please. We need, like, more people need to be talking about this. It's not just me who's getting screwed. I'm just the one who's finally had enough of this stuff. It's ridiculous.
Well, there's a lawsuit against StubHub, so you're not the only one, and this might not be the only concert. So it sounds like, based on what people have been posting, these are joint lawsuits. What you should do, Amanda, is you should become part of these lawsuits. So you should file and give them your name and contact. Because if there is restitution as far as a lawsuit, then that might be the only way you're going to get reimbursed, and everybody else that has been screwed. Because I'm speculating. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for the super chats, man. This is getting kind of hard to keep up with, but in a good way. If we all super chat 5, you guys are the best. You guys are the best. But I know my daughter and the way we raised her. I mean, she would pursue this anyways, because it's just wrong. What they're doing is wrong, and they're preying on people, and they're relying on people not to do anything, quite frankly.
And it's my kind nature. Someone said, have you disputed it yet? Well, I'm disputing it today. I bought through PayPal. The thing was, I gave them the benefit of the doubt. They kept saying my refund was coming. I was very patient. I was like, I get it. COVID, everything is crazy. They're probably on a limited staff. I understand. And then today, when they were like, you're never going to get your money back, they said, just go see them when they play in December. I'm like, they're not playing in December. You don't understand. They go, it's not canceled. Like, but it says it right there. You can check on their Facebook, their Twitter, everything is canceled.
Okay, the lawsuit would love the information that the band even announced their cancellation. Find out who the lawyer fighting this case and add yourself to the pile. That's exactly what I was saying. And that's great advice, Arthur Brown. Great minds. And we got a Birthday Massacre fan in the house, Skits Comics. Yeah. You know what? They are really dynamic live. They put on a great show and they sound amazing.
To put it in perspective for the people who have seen this fan, I'll try to pull up a picture. I'll have my dad post on Twitter. I used to dress like Chibi. I loved her so much. I dressed like her. I had the little socks. I bought the platform Mary Janes. I loved Birthday Massacre, and I still do. And I mean, they don't tour. They're from Canada. They don't tour to the United States very often. So when I saw they were doing tickets, I worked butt off to get these tickets so I could see them. You
did contact the Whiskey A Go-Go too, right? And they said, I mean, they're not even getting the money. It's all StubHub. Like the money stopped with them. So it didn't even go to the whiskey. So the whiskey, the thing that completely sucks is the middleman is the one that's profiting off this, not the venue that's vacant and not the band. So everybody that's actually providing a real service are the ones that are getting ripped off. And then now the fans. So StubHub is just a middleman. They have no vested interest, in it other than they're going to sell a multitude of tickets and make money. So, and they're using this COVID as some kind of bullshit like safety net, which isn't enough, man. You can't do that. I just wonder what kind of financial shape they're in. You know what I mean? Like you would think if they were financially in good shape, they would just offer the return. But you could imagine with COVID, everything stopped. So they must, millions and millions of dollars in returns.
The thing is, okay, so for those of you who didn't buy through StubHub during this time, the week that COVID hit, they put out an email. I believe I still have it. I'll try to find it again. And it said, we will not be refunding money. We have changed our policies. Refunds will no longer be available. You will get a 125% coupon. So luckily, I had contacted them already before they changed their policies. That's the only reason they kept saying, you're going to keep getting your refund, because I contacted them before they changed their policies, and now they're not upholding it.
Well, yeah, what they did is, a lot of people thought, okay, we're going to flatten the curve, right? So not the promise, but the threat was like 2 months, right? We're going to flatten the curve, and then everything's going to go back to normal. So a lot of businesses were probably thinking, how do we sustain 2 months? So then that's when you were getting the feedback you were getting. So now everything's, what are we, 6-8 months? How far into this
Well, it
shit are
happened
we?
in March, April, May, June, July, August, September, 7 months.
7 months. So we're 7 months into COVID, going on 8 because we're almost the end of this month. So the thing is, I do understand businesses' situation, but you still have to make right, because if they're going to try to go back into business after COVID has been lifted, hopefully soon that we can get back to normal, no one's going to use their business. Their reputation is shot. And you know what? By the way, my daughter Amanda was treated. They deserve every piece of shit that comes their way, because how dare them? Like, if you're going to continue with your business, you're going to be legit. You just sold it to eBay or whatever the hell, you're a money-making, business. You still have to have a reputation, a good reputation. You have to do right by the customer, and they're not. And so the problem is, if they're going to try to move forward after this, what the hell, man? How many people have you ripped off? This is just one. You know what I mean? Like during COVID, we were saying there's 7, almost 8 months worth of venues nationwide, because this is nationwide. So they're losing. They had to return millions and millions of consumers their money back. So I don't even know if they have that kind of liquid money to return to people. unbelievable.
And then the thing is too, like when I was talking to Kim today, I'll never forget that name, unless she lied to me, Kim. I just kept saying, please let me speak to your supervisor, please. I need to talk to someone who might have some sway here. And she goes, they won't talk to you. She goes, I'll try to get them on the line for you, but she goes, they're not going to talk to you. And she kept me on hold for a very long time. And then finally they were like, we're not going to talk to you. And I said, please, I just want to talk to someone, explain the situation. She goes, you're not getting your money back.
I think I'm going to read into this. I don't think anybody's going to get their money back. I think this company is going to go belly up because where was let me look see how much, where was it? It was Wikipedia. They sold the company for $310 million. $310 million. So if you think about it, 8 months worth of ticket returns, 8 months. I don't know how many shows that is. I mean, I would think that they're probably connected with every major venue in the state, in the country, and every major band. StubHub. You got snubbed. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think they have the money. I don't think they have the money to return. So when she said you're not going to get your money, I think she meant it. I don't think anybody's going to get their money. I don't even know if StubHub is going to be around after COVID. So I think eBay bought it for $310 million. I think it was a horrible investment, horrible timing. And I think that company is going to go belly up because I don't know how many venues, 8 months. How many venues?
Think about it. They buy tickets from every venue, including sports stadiums.
Right.
They can't do anything right
and
now.
Sports like just California, there's two, like in the summertime, there's baseball and there's two, there's the Dodgers and there's the Angels, and they play at least once a week or
and then the
around
Ducks,
that.
When the
right.
hockey comes on.
And then there's the Lakers, and then there's whatever other events, and this is the whiskey, so they even deal with the Sunset Strip, like nightclubs. And stuff like that.
They do the Viper Room, all that stuff.
Yeah, so I bet you StubHub is not going to be around after COVID, and I think they're just buying time right now. They're probably trying to figure out how to damage control, and they're probably looking for some government buyouts.
The problem is, I am one of those people, like when I feel like I've been wronged, and I have been wronged.
Oh yeah.
I won't stop. I will keep pushing this. I'm going to contact the band. I'm going to file a PayPal dispute. I am going to do everything I can to make StubHub's life miserable. I want Twitter and Facebook and YouTube to start talking about this because I'm not unique. If we put enough pressure on these companies, I've seen it happen before. Did anyone watch the video of the girl on Poshmark who bought like a Louboutin purse or something and they sent her something different and they refused to give her her money back?
Most of the people that watch my show are me and Amanda.
Well, it went viral because she made a video and she was like, they won't give me my money back. I bought this Louboutin purse for $1,000. Let's take it. And it went viral and she got her money back. The power of the internet is massive. And all you have to do is just hit that share button, tag StubHub, and tag the Birthday Massacre. And that's already a huge help to me. Like, I don't need anything else except just share it. That's all I can ask.
Yeah, all she wants is this, you guys. This is all she wants. She just wants this.
I do.
All right, look at this. This is a rock and goth girl's dream right here.
Pretty much.
There's the band. Uh-oh. They're going to dig a shallow grave. That's one of their songs, right?
Yep,
Shallow Grave.
Shallow Grave.
So there you guys go.
And don't tell my boyfriend I've had a crush on like half the guys in the band.
Well,
that's why he wanted to come with me to see
well,
them.
if Earl would just paint his face pale and put some dark lipstick on, you would love him more. So there you go. If Earl, you're listening, yeah, that's the only way it's gonna happen.
I even have their live album. I have memorized all the behind the scenes stuff on the live album. Like,
yeah. So if you guys could help out, put some pressure on StubHub and let them know, what's going on. Amanda would appreciate it. I just want to say this one thing though, Amanda. I don't think there's going to be any money to give you back. I think this company's going to go out of business.
But I'm going to go down with a fight. I'm
Right.
going to go down kicking and screaming and with social media presence, all yelling at StubHub. Yell at StubHub.
I'm not saying we don't do it, because the thing is, if nobody fights back, then they might just think that they can stay in business. So if you put pressure on them and then they realize how much they have to pay out, then they should go out of business. You know what I mean? Like we shouldn't give them wiggle room or like a glimmer of hope, because I don't care, man. You should have insurance. You should have a way to actually be able to make restitution or work it out with the damn bands. Go to these people and say, when are you going to reschedule? Can we give people a rain check? Something. You're just freaking stealing money. You're stealing money from people. This is not your money. You did not provide a service. This stuff isn't happening. This is pure and simple thievery. You are criminals. If I try to steal something from a store, they would book me. There would be a trial, and I would be convicted and put in jail. So there's no difference. You guys are literally stealing from people. You're stealing from. Look at that face. How could anybody steal from that face? You stole. And you should go out of business. That's it. Especially with the way you treated Amanda and drug her along for months. That's also pretty criminal. Giving people hope and then figuring out a loophole. I know that they were putting you at arm's length, Amanda. You and everybody else at arm's length until they could figure out some kind of loophole. And I think the only way this company's StubHub is going to be able to exist is it's going to be some kind of loophole or some kind of government, like help, like money. And if that's the case, the government shouldn't get involved, because these people are thieves, and they're stealing from people. So do you want to try to wrap this up? Do you have anything else you want to add?
Unless the chat has anything else, I like do a doodle of the band when they retweet it, hit them with my daughter got screwed by StubHub.
Yeah. Do you have their website, the band's website?
Not up on the screen right now, but all you have to
go find it.
All you have to do is Google Birthday Massacre.
Well, just find it. We can put it right in the chat here. Yeah, it's fine. It's no problem. And then if you guys could just copy and paste and send the band.
I think they just. Oh wait, there's the website.
Because I think the band can do a lot as well, because they're the ones that are also getting ripped off, and their fan base are being betrayed, because you get in business with people like StubHub, thinking they're legit. And I know that COVID is throwing everything for a loop, but the way they treated you, Amanda, and drug you along. And that's criminal. They should at least try to make some kind of restitution, which it doesn't. They just said it's done. You're not going to get your money back, because they could go to these different bands and these different people, sports teams, whatever, these events, and they could say, let's offer rain checks. And so when the band comes around, they could you guys could all go see the show, not pay any extra money, and no harm, no foul. So I think that's what they should do, but I don't think they're going to.
No, and I just want my money back. That's all I want. I worked really hard. I picked up shifts. I worked night shifts, which suck. I did my due diligence to make the money, because it's hard to make money. And I worked really hard, and then to be led on for like 5 months, just trying to get my money back and being told it's going to come in a week, wait for it. I'm done playing nice, and I'm a very patient person. I think the T-Bears are very patient people up to a point, and I feel really cheated, really betrayed, and I need some help on this. And if we can share this, talk about our own stories dealing with this stuff, keep the conversation going, we might be able to fix some stuff. And that's all you can do is just share.
Yeah, at least put pressure on StubHub. So, like, I only see two things for them. Either they're going to have some kind of insurance policy, or the government's going to, throw money their way and they're going to sustain it. And if they sustain it, I still don't think you're going to get returns, or they're just going to go out of business. But if they have a plan to sustain and see through this COVID, I want them put out of business, because you're not the only one. There's millions of people that are probably getting ripped off the same way you. And also, Amanda, you should try to get part of this lawsuit.
Oh, I will.
Because that's probably the only way you're going to get restitution at this point, is a joint lawsuit. Look at this, Amanda, AFI. We got an AFI fan out there.
The 2 albums when they were still punk before they sold out.
I still like the stuff that's a little poppier. I like all that stuff. Yeah, that guy's strange though. He's hard to watch to me.
Oh, Davey?
Yeah, he's ugly. He's an ugly man. The T-Bears, yes. Go to the fan club, rally the fans. Yes. I guarantee you she's going to go ruffle some feathers after this. Grifter Hub, indeed. So I thought we would use, some of our social media. This was Amanda's idea. Sorry, and I think it was a good one. There's like 4 albums. They have more albums than
AFI. Oh yeah, they do.
Yeah, maybe he means 4 good albums. 2 good albums.
But yeah, I just.
Oh, so Patrick knows Davey. Well, you're gonna have to talk to Amanda and get some kind of signed merch from him, because she's a geek.
Yeah, a little bit of help. I would appreciate if you guys could share, tag me, tag the band, tag Dad, tag StubHub, because social media has a huge amount of power, and if we can get some higher ups to kind of hear our grievances, I think we could do a lot of good. I saw someone said, "This is how you peacefully protest." Yeah. Go to the power to the people, man. Like, social media has a lot of bad things. It has a lot of good things, and I think we could do some good.
Well, also, I think that you can do more good legally. So if there is a law firm that is taking on this case, I think that's a way better avenue to take versus like, well, we can go to this StubHub offices and burn them down.
Bang on the doors. It's like, what's the movie? I want my $2.
Yeah.
The Paperboy is $2. Give me my $1.50.
You guys are dressed like the Paperboy and you're throwing bricks through their windows. I want my $2. Yeah, so I'm in awe of you not giving up. I give up when I realize the douchebag promoter mentioned above in the chat disappeared, and I wouldn't get my money back. Yeah. I mean, she's already been in this for months, so she's invested. And I think at this point, there's no hope. So she's not giving StubHub the benefit of the doubt. So power to the people. She's going to take it to the lawyer.
Fight the corporate power, man. Fight the corporate power.
And I mean, they just sold the company for $310 million, and eBay's involved. So, I mean, if this is eBay, then there's I didn't think about that. So if this is now eBay connected, there is deep pockets. They could make restitution, wouldn't you think?
You would think, but the thing is, these companies are so shady. And like I was telling my parents, I think my generation has been kind of conditioned just to roll over and get kicked a couple times by these big corporations because we feel we don't have the power to fight back. I'm done. I'm done. And yes to that other one. Mandy, do you like Typo Negative? Oh, yeah, I love Peter Steele. He's a babe. Well, was a babe.
Well, you need to make friends with Patrick, because he says Davey's an old friend. He's an ugly friend, but he's an old friend. I don't know. You think he's okay. That dude's weird looking.
He's okay if he took out the lip ring.
The big old lip ring.
But I really think that social media has the power to do good. It has the power to do bad. And I'd like it if we got some good out of this. If even just even if the band tried to fight back a little bit on behalf of the fans, I know they're probably not, but it would be nice to see some acknowledgement of like, you're getting ripped off. Here's where to go. Here's the lawsuit. Here's taking to Twitter, StubHub. Let's get the money back. Like,
well, this is not the only Birthday Massacre show that was canceled. Their whole tour.
And their European tour.
Their whole tour was canceled. So anybody that went through StubHub is not getting their money back. So I would think that the band would want to get involved. So I think we can put pressure on the band to go to their vendors and put pressure on them. At the very least, try to help you guys out and steer you in a direction that you can get restitution, because that's a lot of money. And also, that band isn't making squat out of this. The only one that's getting paid is StubHub so far. Even, we've already established the Whiskey A Go-Go isn't making a dime off this. So this is pure thievery. You don't even have a physical ticket, right?
No, I don't. And the thing is, like, all of my generation is fighting the good fight on stuff that doesn't matter. This is a huge corporation stealing money from people. I don't know. I think my generation's definitely putting its priorities in the wrong place. Maybe I'm just feeling that because I was personally wrong, but I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one out of millions of people who have bought tickets.
Okay, you should write this name down. Is handling the Canadian suits against.
But this isn't Canada.
I know, but you're talking about rallying. So you can connect with them and you can share your stories too. So yeah, thank you for that. That's really cool. So it sounds like the people in the chat are pretty well connected too. The sad thing is the band is probably getting robbed and are broke as well. Exactly, because how could it not affect them? A whole tour canceled? There's a band I like, and they just released an album. It's like a comeback album. And
you're talking about Angel, aren't you?
Yeah, and they charted, and they just started the tour, and it shut down. It shut down. They Billboard charted, and the energy and all the energy that they built up is now gone. I'm sorry, heads of state. I'm sorry, government people. There are real people being affected by your lockdown. I know this is real and we got to be careful, but we need to get back to work. Everybody needs to get back to work. This is bullshit. None of this would even be happening if it wasn't for this crazy ass lockdown right now. There's no reason. I do like the meme you put up.
Which one?
It's the Halloween one where.
Oh yeah, it's a drive-through window, and it says if adults could do this, kids can do this, and it's trick or treating. It's true. There's no difference. And I even brought this up to a friend of mine. I said, if you're so worried about your kids getting candy at Halloween, it's in a package. Spray it down with Lysol and give it to your kid. It's fine.
Yeah, the thing is, it's like if you can have a drive-through open and somebody can hand you a bag through a drive-through window, why couldn't they hand you candy? Or they could have you grab the candy yourself.
What's that name?
They could pour it right in the bag, out of the bag, into the bowl, and then you can grab it yourself.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's stupid. But yeah, I hope the band isn't broke. I mean, they're not a huge band, so I'm sure they're living hand to mouth, and they just love the lifestyle and creating music and bringing it to the people, and I can completely relate to that. So sadly, these are the people that are getting hurt the most with this lockdown.
It's not these multi-millionaires, billionaires who are sitting on high eating their surf and turf for dinner. It's little old Mandy slinging coffee.
Yeah. Harder.
Do you know how many times I've had to get yelled at to get $150 just to go to this ticket, like to buy anything? Holy crap.
Well, I just want to say, Edwin says, I love candy from strangers. Who doesn't?
Especially if they have razor blades.
Who doesn't? Okay, I'm gonna tell a Halloween story. Okay, Amanda obviously loves Halloween, and up to a couple years ago, I used to drive her to different places so we could get candy. And there's this area, it's not that much more affluent than ours, and it's just right up the street, to be honest. But for some reason, there's a cul-de-sac, and they just they love Halloween. Like they all love Halloween.
They give you pizza and Krispy Kreme donuts.
They don't just give like the little like mini, bite size. They give you like full-on candy bars. And I tell you, like we all have like these crazy dreams. I have these reoccurring dreams like from my childhood. One of them is walking to school and then seeing a quarter on the sidewalk, and then as I walk, there's another quarter, and then there's dollar bills, and then there's $10 bills, and there's $20 bills, and I just keep putting them in my pocket. And so by the time I get to school, my pockets are filled with money. But I also have another one where it's Halloween, and you're walking, and there's just candy, like on the side. There's candy everywhere, right? And do you remember when we were coming?
Yeah, so we were walking down the street, and some poor kid's candy bag must have had a hole in the bottom because we're walking, and then there's a king-size candy bar on the ground. We walk another like 4 feet, there's another one. And it made a trail all through the neighborhood. And of course, what do? We start picking them up off the ground. We're like, yeah, this is awesome. This is
I was such a bad parent, but I think it was because of that, that reoccurring dream of finding stuff like this. I mean, we're still alive, so there was.
We took it all.
Yeah, we were like, holy crap, because they were like
they're the
king size. Like these were like. If somebody really wanted to hurt us, man, we would just follow it back to a house, and then they would just like lock us in the basement.
But like that one Krispy Kreme, yes, they gave you donuts, they had pizza, they made mac and cheese. It was a whole cookout. You'd go down there, it was like a potluck. So they'd hand you a plate, and you'd go around the neighborhood in this cul-de-sac, and they'd fill up your plate, and you would eat and trick or treat, and they had movies playing on a projector.
Yeah. They had movies playing on the garage door. Like scary movie, but not crazy scary movies, but like Nightmare Before Christmas, stuff like that. Yeah. Or what's the other one you like?
Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus.
Click on that one.
Oh my God. You know what? And Dino, I'm telling you right now, you and I we're gonna come to blows because I don't know. Sometimes you're my friend. Sometimes you're not my friend. Today you're not my friend. You just made the list again. My enemies list.
Hansel and Gretel's downfall. Yeah, we were in Hansel and
Gretel.
Yeah,
we were definitely groomed. They were grooming us for the Hansel and Gretel scenario there.
Oh, but it was glorious though.
That poor torn back kid.
Oh, we got all their candy. It was great.
But you know what? I'll tell you one thing. There was so much candy. We did not pick up all the candy because there was a side of me that was like the dad part, and I was like, this does feel weird. Like,
but we picked up the king size ones, the little ones. We
got
the
enough.
Tootsie Rolls and stuff like that, but
yeah.
we took the rest.
Yeah, we ate good that night.
So I think I'll do my outro.
Wait, what is this? Oh, that kid. We might have created the next Hitler. I didn't rip the bag though. I just want to be honest.
It wasn't us.
Yeah, it wasn't us. Somebody else.
I think I'll kind of wrap this up, say my piece, and then play the last of that music video for everyone.
Come to blows like Coke. What does that mean?
Come to.
Oh, wow. Why did you know that? That's scary. That's scary. As an adult, you don't want your kid to know more about the stuff that you do.
Well, it was not subtle.
Wait a minute. But I don't know. I'm pretty innocent, even though I'm not.
I think that one was pretty obvious. I think even mom is innocent as my mom is going to figure that out.
I guarantee you she would not. So you want to wrap this up?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to say thank you to everyone who's in this chat, who has already maybe shared this video or tagged the band or made their piece on social media. I will do updates on this as I get them. I would love to keep you guys informed, and thank you for your help. And thank you for the super chats to those who were trying to help me out with that. I really do appreciate it. I just think that...
No, those were for me.
I just think that we can do a lot of good with social media, and I think that we can put pressure on these big corporations. I think we can. I don't think we're as powerless as we kind of think in our 21st century digital life, and I would love your guys' help on this. All you have to do is share the video, tag StubHub, tag Birthday Massacre, and I think that we might be able to get some headway on this. And then if you've had any bad experiences with StubHub, Ticketmaster, any of these places, please write your stories on social media, tag the venues, tag the bands. I want more people to know about this.
Tag StubHub.
Tag everything. And the more people that share their stories and the more people who do this, screenshot everything, post it online, tag your experience. I want to know. I want to be part of this as much as I think you guys want to help me. I want to help you. And we can take on these big corporations little by little, and the only thing you guys have to do is just share. Just share your experiences, share and tag the bands and the venues. And that's all I can say is thank you for listening to my story.
This is the hook right here, right?
Yep.
So somebody's ripping these guys off. Only the one guy's working though. Oh, there he goes.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys, yeah, let's help out not only the band but Amanda and everybody else that has been ripped off by StubHub. I do have to go back a little bit. Mighty Joe, Black and White went back and rewatched. Oh, by the way, went back, rewatched Pontificator's stream. I'm guessing Black and White books are waiting on Dynamite. Yes, 65 of them went out. We had half of the orders sent to us, so we're still waiting for the second half. So those are the Black and White Vampirilla books that we're waiting on from Dynamite. Yeah, so if you ordered those, then we're still waiting for 65 more, I think. So we got half the orders, and they did go out. And also, as far as the Black and White campaign, we're waiting for the variant, the Virgin Grey Capullo cover. So we should be getting that back early October. So as soon as we get those back from the printer, we'll send those out. So thanks, guys, for your patience with the Chrono campaign and the Black and White campaign. We do appreciate it. And thanks, Amanda. I think you're a kick-ass kid, man.
Fight the corporate power.
Fight the good fight, you guys. So take care. Have a good one.
Thank you.
And thanks again for all the support.